From WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University, this is Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt. From intimate listening rooms to NFL stadiums, the folk duo Goldpine have been traveling all over the country during their fall and winter tour. We caught a live performance from them last month at the Treasury in Delavan, Wisconsin, and we will bring you that concert this hour. The duo is touring in support of their newly released second album, appropriately titled 2. Hear songs from that record recorded live at the Treasury and our talk with Goldpine. It's coming up this hour on Sessions from Studio A.
What's up around the bend, somewhere miles ahead.
Welcome to Sessions from Studio A. Our guest this week is Goldpine, a folk Americana duo from Nashville, and we caught up with them to record their show at the Treasury in Delavan, Wisconsin, a beautiful venue built in a historic bank. Later on, we'll hear my conversation with Benjamin and Cassie Wilson of Goldpine, recorded right there in the bank vault. But first, let's get into the music. This is Goldpine, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A.
You could wander away and build yourself some time. Get a monkey off your back. Leave the sorrow on the side. You could speak your mind when your well is given out. Tell them how you feel. Say it all out loud. You could give some love. It will always be enough. When you've got nothing to give, give up some of your life. You could turn your eyes from where your trouble was, fix them on a thing far more glorious.
Thank you. So we're nearing the end of our 2-month tour. And then we're going to end in Iowa because Ben is from Oskaloosa, Iowa. So we're going to be there for Thanksgiving. And that's right, I said Thanksgivesmas. We put Thanksgiving and Christmas together, and we get to spend that with Ben's family. And so we're excited to end there. And then we get to go home for most of the month in December, which I'm really excited about because we've played over 200 shows this year. And so I am looking forward to being home. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. We travel around in a van that Ben converted into a tiny home, and so that's what we travel in, and park it at your local Walmarts. Don't let these fancy clothes fool you. We still sleep in our van. It is really nice, though. Ben did a really good job.
Well, we used to be called by a different name. I see a shirt that says our old band name on it.
Yes.
It was My One and Only. And about 2.5 years ago, we changed that name. But you know, that great duo called My One and Only once recorded a few great songs. And this is one of those songs. Goldpine covers it. This is called The Straight Line.
You always seem to agree with everyone you meet. Well, you smile and say, oh, I know.
Oh, I know.
Despite some thoughts of your own. Fear is a base to behold. You live that way, 'cause you know
it's a lonely place and a long ride. It's a lonely place on the straight line. Straight line, straight line.
well, you sure got a lot of friends
So many.
who won't stand by in the end.
You've got so many places to be to keep up your notoriety.
Well, you're the star of your own show. You live that way, 'cause you know
It's a lonely place and a long ride. It's a lonely place on the straight line. Straight line, straight line. Come on, Cass.
if you want to live that way, well, it's up to you. But it looks like a dirty hotel room.
See, I have rented out that same place, but at a price I could not afford to pay.
It's a place not fit to go. You live that way, 'cause you know
It's a lonely place and a long ride. It's a lonely place on the straight line. Straight line, straight line. You could wonder
This is Sessions from Studio A, outside of Studio A at the Treasury. And what is a treasury without some gold? So we're here with Goldpine. So excited to hear you guys tonight, and thanks for letting us come out and record the show.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for coming out. We are excited to be here, and especially excited to be a part of y'all's show.
Yeah.
Set the scene for us a little bit tonight. Tell us where we are and a little bit about this cool venue here.
So this venue is called the Treasury, and I guess they do a lot of wedding events, probably a lot of high-end parties. I mean, it's super nice in here. White tile. We walked in here, the sun was shining through the windows. It was like white, clean, pristine everywhere. I was afraid to touch anything, literally. Apparently this building was an old bank because there's a vault that we're in right now.
In the vault
Plus
right
there's
now.
one downstairs too.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the tour you're on right now, how it's been going so far, and tell us a little bit about the tour.
Geez, we've been on the road for about 2 months now, and we travel around in our van that Ben converted into a tiny home, and we park it at your local Walmarts. We do live a glamorous life. Kids, you could one day grow up and be like us and live in a van down by the river. But yeah, we started this tour in Texas, and I feel like we've been everywhere. We've been to Texas, we've been to Georgia. Where else have we been?
Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri, Alabama,
Wisconsin,
and
then
Iowa.
Yeah, oh yeah,
My family
Iowa.
lives in Iowa.
Yeah. So this has been it's a pretty good tour.
Where are you based? Give us home base for you.
We live in Nashville, Tennessee. We've lived there for 20 years. But like Cassie said, the last couple years, we are hardly there anymore. But we love Nashville. There's so much opportunity there. There's so much great music and great musicians to keep you sharp.
Yeah.
This year you put out your second album, properly titled 2, which I love.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this new album for you guys.
This album's got 10 tunes written by us. It's got a lot of songs on it that are about real situations, real people, real things that are close to our heart. I think that we write because we want to share experiences with somebody. We want to connect with somebody that we're singing to, and it never fails that there's so many songs that we sing during our live sets, and then people come up to us afterwards and talk about how they can share that experience with us, or they've had that happen, or this happened in their family just like us. And so it's really all about connecting with people. I think that's what music is really cool for.
Drove 900 miles to NYC, played a hotel bar so we could sleep for free. Put a record in a Brooklyn warehouse. It was one of a kind, but now they're all sold out. Played a show in Philly on our way back and made $35 at Connie's Rig Rack. We hit every thrift store in this town. Let's pack it all up and head back south. I wish that I was up around the bend, somewhere miles ahead. But my mind is back home in Tennessee. This road is running mad. I was thinking of lyrics for a new song, and you were sleeping beside me with the seatbelt on. You know, wake up in a fright every once in a while. I told you just 30 more miles. Got in late to Kalamazoo, went through a strange house to find out a room. I hadn't been clean in a couple of days. Turned the water on, but it hadn't been paid. I wish that I was up around the bend, somewhere miles ahead. But my mind is back home in Tennessee. This road is running late. That I was up around the bend, somewhere miles ahead. But my mind is back home in Tennessee. This road is running keep on running, keep on running, keep on running, keep on running. Keep on running, 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 keep on running.
Goldpine, recorded live at the Treasury in Delavan, Wisconsin. You can find more from Goldpine on their website, goldpinemusic.com, and they're streaming on Spotify and Apple Music. Check out that new album from them, 2, out now, streaming everywhere. And stay with us for more live music and more from our interview with the duo coming up here on Sessions from Studio A.
Oh, I know, despite some thoughts of your own.
Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A. We have plenty of great music this hour from Goldpine's live performance at the Treasury in Delavan, Wisconsin. Let's get right back into that performance with the first single the band released off of their latest album, 2. This one's titled Do You Have Me? It's Goldpine on Sessions from Studio A.
I got troubles on my mind. I got a river a mile wide. You call me up on the telephone, but you only call 'cause you're all alone. Yeah, I got a few troubles of my own.
You say I have you. Well, is that what you mean? Do I have you? Oh, do you have
weight. I can hold on to the pace. You don't even see it now, but someday it's gonna come falling out, and you ain't even ready for the final hour. You say I have you, only is that what you make? Do I have you, or do you have me? You can meet me, you can stay. Change gonna come either way. You can meet me, you can stay. Change gonna come either way. You can meet me, you can stay. Change gonna come either way. You say I have you, well, is that what you make? Do I have you, or do you have?
Thanks, y'all. That's on the new one. So, Ben and I are full-time musicians. We travel all over the U.S. and Africa, and we'll tell you more about that later. But we got an email, I don't know, about 4 months ago, and we haven't been able to tell everybody the news, and we've recently been able to share it with everybody, and we're really excited. The Kansas City Chiefs contacted us and asked us to sing the national anthem this year on New Year's Eve. So we said, we'll think about it, and we'll get back to you. And so, no, we were honestly shocked and honored. It's an honor to sing that song anytime that you have the chance, but especially for the Kansas City Chiefs. And on New Year's Eve, it's going to be quite the day. Yeah, and so I know we're all wondering, is Taylor going to be there? Let's address the elephant in the room, or the elephant down the street. And so hopefully she will be. If you follow us on social media, which is Goldpine Music, we're going to have somebody with us the entire day documenting our time at the Chiefs game. So follow us and keep up with us. Yeah, thanks.
Well, a lot of you know I grew up in the great state of Iowa, which is not too far from here. We played a couple shows in last week where I got to see my parents and my sisters-in-law. Yeah, I saw my sisters-in-law, but not my brothers.
The girls came.
Yeah. But my mom's dad grew up in Iowa, and he was a farmer in small-town Iowa. And there was a family farm that was in the line, and it was handed down to my grandfather. But it didn't take long after it was handed down for my grandfather to realize that he really hated farming. And so back in the early 60s in rural Iowa, he sold the family farm and he moved to Omaha, Nebraska to be an electrician. And a few years back, my mom sent all of us brothers a copy of that farm for sale sign that my grandfather made when he sold that farm back in the 60s. And that's hanging in our kitchen in Nashville. And one day, Cassie and I were sitting down to write a song, and we ended up writing a song from my mother's perspective. So Cassie mentioned we got a new vinyl record out and CD too. But this song finally got recorded. After all these years of playing it, it's finally recorded for the history books. So this one's called Lost and Found. It was 1961. I was staring out into those snow-white fields. That December cold was seeping through the cracks of window seals. I can still feel the calloused hands that brought this child upon this very land. And I can hear the hum of harvesters every time I think of my granddad. Well, my father never asked for this, but generations said it was his lot. So from morning sunny to the fields, but to call himself a farmer, he would not. That winter eve I looked out as he drove that for sale sign in the ground. And as I stood there watching him, my tears that fell down didn't make a sound. Well, sometimes when something is lost, for someone else it's found. I can understand how to sacrifice yourself for someone else. But this life is made of seasons. You know, some of them don't really suit us well. We sold that farm in the Midwest and settled down in northern Omaha. Daddy picked up steel-toed boots and never put his hand back on the plow. Well, sometimes when something is lost, for someone else it's found. My father learned the weight of laying down to rest his youngest son. And someday I will give my brother's name to one of my own children. I saw Jesus on the city bus, and I told him I was all right for now. I had plans for the next few years, but we both knew that I was nowhere bound. Well, sometimes when something is lost, for someone else it's found. Thank you, folks.
I've been lonely a long, long time, but now lonely is no friend of mine.
I've said things that I don't mean, seen a lot of things should've never say,
But those things I cannot change.
I have learned from my mistakes, learned to give and not just take.
It's the bet I made. I've been lonely a long, long time, but now lonely is no friend of mine.
Well, tell me all about it, Cap.
I've had time to think it through, what else was there for me to do?
But those days went on so long.
There is one thing that's for sure, I couldn't live there anymore.
Well, that time has come and gone. Yeah. I've been lonely a long, long time, but now lonely is no friend of mine.
No, 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 no.
I've been lonely a long, long time, but now lonely is no friend of mine.
I left that town and I won't look back, like a train moving on down the track with a destiny.
When you finally get your hands on that key, you see what took so long to see. Well, the truth will set you free. I've been lonely a long, long time, but now lonely is no friend of mine. But now lonely is no friend of mine.
Thank you so much.
That was Goldpine, recorded live at the Treasury in Delavan, Wisconsin. You're listening to Sessions from Studio A. You can find more from Goldpine on their website, goldpinemusic.com, and they're streaming on Spotify and Apple Music. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the short break with more from their concert. You're listening to Sessions from Studio A.
You call me up on the telephone, but you only call 'cause you're all alone.
Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A and our live recording with folk duo Goldpine. A few months ago, they released their second album, titled 2, and you can find that one out on all the usual streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. And here's another one from that record. This is Thinking About Love, recorded live at the Treasury in Delavan, Wisconsin.
I miss you. I miss you. say that I really care, but instead I just meant I'd be sad with no one there. I used to think that I knew, but now I understand. In love I would be only when it was suitable for me. I've been thinking about love, and if we really understand it. I've been thinking about love, and if we deserve to have it. I'm just thinking about love. I could take a cue from a friend of mine about how to hold on to what's falling through my hands, but I always end up where I began. I've been thinking about love, and if we really understand it. I've been thinking about love, and if we deserve to have it. I'm just thinking about love. 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 I've been just shy of understanding I misused, I miss you. Thank you.
Well, a lot of you know that Cassie and I, we've been to a country called Rwanda, Africa, 7 times. And we first started going over there on missions trips, and then we started leading teams over there. And then the last couple times we just went on our own without any organization. We've got a beautiful sponsored daughter over there. Her name is Kavine, who's about 16 years old now. And 7 times we've been able to go over there and spend a couple days with her. And a lot of people sponsor kids, but they don't have the opportunity to meet them a lot of times. And so it feels like an honor to be able to at least be that much a part of her life. But you know, Rwanda is called the land of 1,000 hills. And there's this 3-hour public Rwandan bus ride that we take every time we go to Rwanda between 2 of the major cities. And it's through the winding, green, lush 1,000 hills of Rwanda. And I remember I started writing a tune on one of these bus rides. And it was after Rwanda's unofficial motto, which said, God spends his days elsewhere, but he sleeps in Rwanda. And I thought that saying was so beautiful that we wrote a song about that. This is on the new vinyl over here too. This is called Land of Rolling Hills. Land of rolling hills, roll over me, put me on the road that leads to Gethsemane. Past the weathered feet on their way somewhere, before the clouds bring rain to the African air. Oh, God spends his days in some other place. But each time would wonder, you caused my heart to ache. You laid me in the dust and lured me back a lover who would earn my trust. Still I'll never understand for all those dirt roads and leaves. But oh, if we could walk them, then maybe we'd see. Oh, God spends his days in some other place. But each time would wonder, oh, God spends his day in some other place. But each time would wonder, each time would wonder, each time would wonder.
Give us a little bit about the production and the writing behind the new album. Was it produced down in Nashville?
That was produced by us. I actually moved to Nashville to go to audio production school. And so we got the studio at the house, and we did we did most of it there with the vocals at a friend's house in Nashville. Yeah, it's just kind of a homemade production there.
Ben played all the instruments besides the harmonica, and I played that. Oh, and we also hired a guy named Bryn Scott Grimes, who is an amazing harmonica player from Canada, and he played on it. But besides that, Ben played all of the instruments. So it was a lot of
fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I loved it.
I'm curious about the writing process for you guys. When you're writing a new song, we should also mention that you two are also a married couple.
Yes.
So what's that like when you're writing a new song? How do you work together?
How do we work together, Ben?
Well, it depends on the song. Cassie's more like will write when something immediate happens and she maybe wants to get something out or to speak about something that happens right there. I try to write write down ideas in my iPhone about different ideas that I come across throughout the weeks that I feel like are an interesting way of looking at things, maybe thinking about things in a way that I hadn't thought about them before. And it's just starting to write down tidbits and then continuing to go back and build on that until it becomes a verse, until it becomes comes with a chorus and then a song. And it's different process of sometimes I'll come up with a verse and then bring it to Cassie. And we just started actually bringing a third person in to do some writing too. So it's kind of nice to have 3 different points of view.
Yeah.
What's coming up next for you guys as we get into the winter and into 2024? What are some future plans for you?
We have played over 200 shows this year. Wow. And so we are coming home for the month of December, and we're going to be there for the most part, except for one thing. We're flying to Kansas City because the Kansas City Chiefs asked us to sing the national anthem at the football game this year on New Year's Eve. So we're going to be at home most of it. Yeah. But besides that, we're going to fly out for that. And so that'll be an honor. But it'll be nice to be home because we haven't been home in a long time. So I'm looking forward to taking a long bath. Van life is hard. Yay, December.
Goldpine, thanks so much for letting us talk to you and letting us come out here to record the show tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, folks, we'll leave you on this note. If you've seen us perform before, we usually end our sets on this tune. This is one of my favorite tunes. We've never recorded it, but it delves into my journey and to the discovery of the power of the grace of God. This one's called The Stumbling Stone.
I was walking the road alone. I stumbled on the stumbling stone. My shoulders suffering a heavy load. I stumbled on the stumbling stone. Glory to God in the highest, for he has done great things. But men of earth are stripped to silence when they behold their King. Every seed that I had sown fell upon the stumbling Glory to God in the highest, for he has done great things. But men of earth are stripped to silence when they behold their King. They behold their King.
Thanks, folks, for hanging out with us this evening.
Thank you so much for coming out. Come by, say hello. We'd love to meet you and hope that our paths cross again. Thank y'all for coming out, and thank y'all for some of y'all that drove really far, and we love you guys so much.
You've been hearing folk Americana duo Goldpine this hour on Sessions from Studio A. That's all we have time for on this week's show. Thanks so much to Goldpine for letting us come out and record the set. This show was recorded live at the Treasury in Delavan, Wisconsin. Thanks so much to Jillian Neiman and all of the folks over there at the Treasury for having us out. Check out video from the live performance over on WNIJ.org when you click on the Music tab. You can also find those over on our WNIJ YouTube channel. Check out more from Goldpine on their website, goldpinemusic.com, and Goldpine Music on Instagram. Their new album, 2, is out now, streaming on Spotify and Apple Music. Sessions from Studio A is produced at WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Producers are Mike Lundgren and yours truly. I'm Spencer Tritt, and thanks so much for joining me this week on another edition of Sessions from Studio A.
This road is running,